Okay, we're back again talking about hospital employee and our hospital programming assignment, and this is Pat Baker. So in this video note, we're going to talk about the tester class, hospital. So hopefully you've created your hospital employee class, and now we're going to go ahead and create objects of that type in our tester class called hospital. So in step 2, it gives us a series of actions that it wants us to take in our hospital class, and we're going to go ahead and implement some of those, and your output should end up looking like this. So that's our goal. We'll do 1 or 2 of them, and then I'll leave the rest to you to finish up. So there's our task, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at a starting file. All right, so here's a starting hospital file, and the difference between this and hospital employee is this is the file that actually is going to execute, and it has our main in it. And I just went ahead and copied in all of the comments because that's what we're going to go ahead and fill out. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We're going to create a hospital employee called Worker 1. Okay, so the object type is hospital employee, and the name of the object is Worker 1, and we're going to call the constructor that we have written in our hospital employee class. And at this point, Worker 1 will have the following instance variables be initialized. This statement is calling creating, instantiating. Those mean the same thing. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we do call that constructor. So I'm back in hospital employee, and when we called that constructor, it went ahead and executed this method right here. And for Worker 1, it set Worker 1's employee name to Pat Baker, its employee number to 9999, its hours worked to 0, and pay rate to 0. All right, so the second task is to display the state of object Worker 1 using the toString method that you went ahead and implemented in hospital employee. So we want our output to look like what the instructions have. So this is the output we're trying to mimic right here. So let's go back to our hospital tester, and to invoke toString, Worker 1 has to call the method toString, which has been implemented inside the hospital employee class. And at that point, we will have the following output. We'll have welcome to our hospital and the beginning state of Worker 1. So this part right here, this string is what toString is returning. So the next task is to set the pay rate of Worker 1. So Worker 1 is our object. It's a hospital employee. Watch what happens when I put the period in there. It will go, whoops, got a little mistake there. There it is. Okay. It will go ahead and pull up all the methods that you have created inside hospital employee. So we want to look for something, set pay rate. I'm going to put the S in there, see if anything, there we go, set pay rate. And it even tells you it's wanting a double that it can substitute for the formal parameter rate. And we're going to put $20 in there. So at this point, Worker 1's pay rate has been increased from 0 to $20. So let's talk a little bit more about what Worker 1 can do here. So the object's name is Worker 1, and Eclipse is nice because it pulls up everything that you've got defined inside hospital employees. Worker 1 is a hospital employee object. So if we do something like, let's see, change hours worked, we could go ahead and put that in there and increase their hours worked by, I don't know, 40 hours. Now, worker one's hours would be 40. If we do something like misspell this, then we're going to have an error, because what's happening is when worker one tries to invoke this method, it goes and it looks in hospital employee for a method called change hours worked with 2 H's, and there isn't one. So because worker one is a hospital employee, its behaviors, or what it can do, are defined inside the hospital employee class. So if you get errors like this, it's probably a typo, or you've got a typo inside. Something isn't matching between what you're typing in your tester and what's sitting inside your hospital employee class. So hopefully that helps you out, and you'll be able to continue on and get this first assignment completed, because we build on this for the second assignment.